Hey Humanist Report, it's Nomiki Konst. Thank you guys so much for being so supportive of our campaign. We are just a couple of days away from the election. The election's on February 26th for New York City Public Advocate, and we were hit with major attacks from the corporate press in the last couple of days. And we know why. See, they thought that we were not going to get on the ballot. They thought that we weren't going to be able to get on the first debate stage. They thought we weren't going to be able to get on the second debate stage. But not only did we get on the ballot with over 10,000 signatures, did we raise enough money and reach the thresholds for both of the debates, but when we got on the debate stages, we won the debates by bringing up the issues that working people care about. We are running on a very specific line in which we are taking on the big real estate developers of New York City. And the corporate media, much of the corporate media is funded by these developers. They're funded by the multinational corporations that are based here in New York, and they're scared of a public advocate who has the ability to investigate and expose their influence on lawmakers. And when we did our debate on New York 1, the second debate, they actually threatened to cut off my microphone. I also mentioned on New York 1 during the debate, I stood in solidarity with the workers who have been trying to get fair wages with Spectrum, the parent company of New York 1. It turns out they didn't like that. When the moderator said something about Amazon, I said, I know you've been very vocal on Twitter about your feelings on Amazon. And he said, no, I'm just asking questions. Turns out he was fact-checked and he was wrong. City and State did a fact-check about all of my claims on the stage, and turns out we were right on stage. They just don't like hearing the truth, and they don't like it when there is a platform for a movement. We've been able to raise all this money, the smallest dollar contribution level of all the candidates, thousands of contributions because of your support, and they're scared. We raised more money than any of the candidates in this race. There's 16 other candidates, just to make this clear. Raised more money than all of them in the last filing period. And so what happened? New York 1 threatened to cut off my microphone on stage, claiming I interrupted it more than anybody else. Turns out I didn't. Turns out the moderator interrupted me 3 times more than all of the other people. Turns out 3 more candidates interrupted more than I did. So they clearly do not want this message out there. They're afraid of folks who are challenging Amazon here in Queens, where the organizing was happening. We've been able to push back against Amazon, and I think that the establishment is scared because we might win this race, and I think that it's really going to come down to people like you. Politico did a hit piece on me the other day. They rushed the questioning. We said that we, after going in with them for an hour after they demanded we come in on their timeline, they came back with 24 questions, and they said that we needed to turn it in that night. Well, that night was the debate. So we said, unfortunately, with a week away, we're not going to be able to answer your 24 more questions after spending over an hour with you. Some of these questions were extremely detailed, had to do with past jobs and finding emails, and it was just incredibly detailed information that would have required, frankly, weeks. And some of it was there's privacy issues. So we just decided that we wanted to focus on the campaign, focus on the debate, and frankly, focus on you. Politico, that was a yellow journalism piece. They misrepresented the facts. They misquoted people that were interviewed. They misstated the names of some of the organizations I was affiliated with. They misquoted me several times. And they used the fact that I did not answer those questions against me as if I was omitting it purposefully. That is yellow journalism. But we shouldn't be surprised because Politico was founded by Republicans. Politico actually got in trouble last year for aligning with Cambridge Analytica. There was sponsored content on Politico promoting Trump and going against Hillary Clinton. This is not your centrist news organization. This is a right-wing organization that has an agenda, and every single time you see these attacks, when you have socialists running, you see these attacks come from these news organizations. So I'm asking you guys for your support. It's super important that we stand in solidarity against these right-wing publications who really don't want to hear the message of working people. Income inequality is worse here in New York than anywhere else in the country at the worst moment in history. Real estate owns this city. They've rezoned neighborhoods in partnership with city council members, and that drives out longtime community members. People can't afford their apartments anymore. People are being evicted illegally over a couple $100, or other minor infractions, or frankly stuff that the real estate developers are doing to get people out of their homes. It's just not fair. We need to start pushing back, and I'm very grateful for your support, because this is what we have to do. We have to stand in solidarity against each other. So if you're in New York, please vote for me on February 26th. That's Tuesday. If you have friends in New York, please tell them to vote on February 26th, Tuesday. Anybody that is registered to vote can vote. If you're an independent, you can vote. If you're a Republican, you can vote. If you're a Green Party member, you can vote. If you're a Democrat, you can vote. This is an open election, but the key is you have to vote. They're expecting it to be very low turnout, so please get the word out, tweet, share, anything you can do, and please, please, please push back against these smears, because it was legitimate, it was callous, and frankly, it was disgusting. And just one more little note on that, this information was delivered by one of my opponents. You know, they have opposition research, and the opposition research was false. We have already found over 40 errors in this article, which just shows what they're willing to do to smear somebody's entire life and prevent them from winning citywide office. We're going to prove them otherwise on Tuesday, but I need your help. Let's do this together. We've got to be able to fight for working people in the largest city in the country. This is the second most powerful position in the city, and it's investigative, and I think that we can all do this together. So thank you very much. Vote Tuesday.